Happy Music Day. Welcome to another Dazzle at Baur's 25th anniversary artist feature. I'm Arturo Gómez. We're here at KUVO Jazz's brand new Bonfils Stanton Performance Studio. And with me today, I am very happy to have met moments ago and now to be chatting with violinist Monique Brooks Roberts. It's great to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me. Great to meet
And
you.
we look forward to your performance at Dazzle.
Yes.
2 shows, 6 and 9 p.m. on Saturday, February 26th.
Absolutely.
And you bill yourself as a soul violinist.
I do.
And this is perfect for Black History Month.
That's right.
A good closeout. I want to say, I am most impressed with your resume.
Oh, thank you.
Originally, you're from Louisville, Kentucky,
Yes.
home to Cassius Clay, better known as Muhammad Ali.
Absolutely.
And one of Denver's most popular singers, I'm sure you have come across, Hazel Miller.
Oh, she's from Louisville.
She's a Louisville girl.
Oh, wow. I need to connect with her. That's amazing.
Yeah. And you spend a lot of time in the city of brotherly love,
I
Philadelphia.
did. Yes.
And also, now you're in Denver. We're so happy you have relocated to the Mile High City.
Yes, I'm happy to be here.
And Monique, you have played with quite a wide array of artists, such as Aretha Franklin, Diana Ross, Alicia Keys, Mos Def, and many others. That's very interesting because you also have played all over the world in classical music settings like the Philly String Quartet, the Harlem Symphony. You have played in Russia. That must have been quite a thrill.
It was.
Radio City Music Hall, the JFK Center for Performing Arts, and even Madison Square Garden,
Yes,
amongst
yes.
many others. Wow, you are well traveled, my
Thank you.
dear.
You've done your homework, mister.
Well, that's what we're supposed to do.
Oh, thank you so much. I
Okay.
appreciate that.
Was there a particular reason for you relocating to Denver?
Yes. Actually, I lived on the East Coast for about 13 years. And my best friend, who's a jazz singer who was living in New York City, Raj Dulari.
Oh, I know her.
Yes, incredible vocalist. She moved here with her husband, and we kind of just followed her.
Oh.
Came to visit her and just fell in love with the mountains, fell in love with the people, and said, this is, we were kind of tired of living on the East Coast, so it's been a beautiful home for us for the past 3 years.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. And what do you have in mind to present and share with the audience at Dazzle at Baur's on Saturday, February 26th?
Yes, so it's going to be an eclectic mix of my originals from my album Free that was released January 31st, 2020, right before the pandemic hit. I'm sad. But I'll be doing a lot of original tunes from that. I'll be doing some 90s R&B fun favorites, and I'm going to be doing some jazz as well. Regina Carter is one of my idols in jazz. She actually mentored me when I was in college. And I'm going to be doing a couple of her tunes as well. And it's going to be a nice eclectic mix of soul and hip hop and R&B and jazz and, Monique Brooks Roberts vibe on everything. So it's going to be a really amazing, fun-filled night.
That's interesting because, as you mentioned, you were highly influenced by the music of the 90s.
Yes.
Which was very close to the kind of like the end of the golden era of hip hop
Yes.
before it kind of transformed more into rap and R&B
Yes.
than original first school hip hop, of which that's my school.
Yeah.
Original first hip hop. Elder now and retired from hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still a bystander looking in, but I'm no longer involved with it as I was earlier on in my career. But you have an interesting lineup that you'll be playing with. You have Aaron Brooks Roberts,
Yes.
your husband.
That's my husband.
He's
Yes.
on keyboards.
Yes.
And you'll have Cullum Baur on the bass. and one of the Denver's favorite drummers, BK or Braxton Kahn,
Yes.
he'll be sitting behind the drum kit.
Yes.
And they all will add their particular talents to your mix and to your playlist as well.
Absolutely.
Do you do any singing?
I do a little singing. You might hear a little bit. But what I'm super excited about this show is that I'm going to bring up one of my dear friends who is a TED Talk poet. She is just a major powerful woman in her own right. And that is poet and vocalist Carrie Joy. And she's going to be coming and doing a few songs with me. And there's going to be another special guest. And I'm not going to say who's going to be singing a song. It may or may not be somebody who I birthed.
Well, that's great. So the only way that you're going to learn about this special guest vocalist is to go to Dazzle at Baur's Saturday, February 26th. And they have 2 shows for you to choose from, 6 p.m. and at 9 p.m. And these are all part of Dazzle at Baur's 25th anniversary. And here at KUVO Jazz, we're very pleased and happy to have been associated with Dazzle for close to 20 of their first 25 years. And we look forward to continuing our collaboration in the future. And Monique, do you have any plans of heading back into the recording studio maybe and release another recording?
I do. I will actually be dropping a single in this spring, probably like late April, early May. But I feel like since the album came out right as the pandemic hit and I kind of lost like some fizzle, I'm starting to feel creative again and definitely want to start thinking about sketching out album number 2. So
that's great, because in addition to your musical obligations of having to rehearse and keep your creative juices flowing,
yes,
you're a mother and you have a family to tend to, so you wear many hats.
Many hats. Mm-hmm. And I'm very fortunate to, travel outside of Denver and to still, work and perform across the United States. So it's a lot. But I'm so excited to be a part of this 25th celebration at Dazzle, and I hope to see everybody there. It's really going to be a great night.
And one last thing, Regina Carter. Yes. Oh my, one of Detroit's greatest gifts to the world.
Absolutely.
And she has played in our performance studio at our former location before we moved to our present location where we are now sitting. Mm-hmm. And she is so good and so versatile. And she is one of the few that had the privilege of playing the Paganini violin that they bring out of the vault in Italy only once a year.
Mm-hmm. And she got to play it and play jazz on it. And it was like a big deal. The Italian folks were like, no, it needs to be classical only. And then she pulled that thing out, played some amazing Bach, and then played some killer jazz. So,
as a mentor and influence in your playing, have you ever been able to share a stage with her?
I have not. Mm-hmm. I have not. That is something that I would love to do. I actually had a phone conversation with her a few months ago, and I was like, we have to make this happen, please. She's just an idol. And as a Black woman from, growing up in the South, to be able to look to another Black woman who was doing something back in the 90s that I just didn't see. I didn't see myself represented. And so she will forever be the queen in my eyes of violin. I just have such an immense amount of respect for her. So,
is there anyone else in your family that's musically inclined or a musician?
My mother played piano for me all throughout high school. She was my accompanist. And I had a brother who played cello for years, and then he kind of quit. But I'm the one that kind of propelled forward with a career in music. So.
And what attracted you to the violin?
So I think what happened is that my oldest sister, she is 14 years older than me.
I see.
She was playing when I was 1 or 2, and I don't remember that, but I think it got stuck in my subconscious.
Of course.
started asking my mom, please, 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 can I play? She's like, I don't know, you need to be serious about it. And then finally, when I was around 8, she said yes, and the rest is history.
And did you get to play your sister's violin? Or you had to get another one?
I had to get a new one because at that point, she had not played anymore.
Right,
So,
okay.
but I just fell in love with it. I just fell in love with it. There has been nothing else in my life that I've wanted to do besides make music. And so I feel blessed to have this career and to be able to share this gift with people. And it's healing for me to be able to write music and perform music, and just to have that exchange with an audience is like one of the greatest feelings ever. So
I agree. Music is medicinal. It's a universal healing force.
That's right.
And if you want to get some medicine and you want to do some musical healing, I highly suggest that you go Saturday, February 26th to Dazzle at Baur's, 1512 Curtis Street, downtown Denver, and check out Monique on either her 6 o'clock show or the 9 p.m. show with a special guest not to be revealed until the night of the performance. Monique Brooks Roberts, thank you so much for coming in. I know you have a hectic schedule, and we appreciate you coming in and spending some time with the viewers of Dazzle's newsletter that include this video clip, and as well as KUVO Jazz will be posting the video clip as well. I wish you continued success, and I hope all your musical dreams are achieved soon.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much for having me, and I will see everybody on February 26th at either 6 or 9 p.m.